I've recently got the brand new EufyMake UV printer. And in previous videos, I have not only unboxed this machine, but I have also created really cool stickers with you, like this one right here. I've also shown you that we can create really cool works of art using wood. Don't forget, in that unboxing video, I also showed you how I made this really cool 3D coaster. In those videos, essentially what we did was master the accessory of the flatbed printer, the large and the small, and how to use their EufyMake laminator, which is unlike any other laminator that's on the market. However, today there is one accessory that we are going to focus heavily on, and that is their rotary attachment accessory. If you come from the laser world, you will know that using a rotary attachment accessory with your laser cutter is often really confusing, and most of the time you don't even want to touch it. Or at least in my case, I never want to touch my rotary because I often get frustrated with it. But I can tell you right now that using the rotary attachment tool with the EufyMake UV printer is so easy, it's kind of unbelievable. Now, before I show you how to use the EufyMake UV printer rotary attachment accessory, what I want to do is show you what it can do and also what it can't. So this tumbler right here, you can print on with this small little taper. You can also print on a skinny little water bottle just like this. I have smaller little tumblers that you can also print on. Now, both of those tumblers right there are white. You can also print on colored tumblers. It does not have to be white. So I have a black one right here that we are going to print on. And just in case, I have a blue one right here that I also can print on. These ones right here will end up looking something like this, where you can't see the color through your artwork because of the white ink that is in this machine. It also can do coffee cup looking items that have a handle like this. Do you need to have a white mug with a handle? No. So just like with these ones right here, if you had a dark blue, like Yeti type coffee mug with a handle, you could totally print on that. But here is the deal, my friends. There are some limitations, or at least right now there's limitations. Unfortunately, you can't do one of these humongous cups. Now, the alternative is that you could print a UV DTF sticker using the flatbed printer and then adding your sticker onto your really large tumbler, which is something that I've done here. We've created these stickers together, and I have created the stickers and placed them onto just like this. This right here has been in the dishwasher multiple times, and they're all holding up. Each one of these stickers has been printed and made with this particular printer. They are looking fabulous even after going through the dishwasher multiple times. But there is a feel difference between this and this right here. So if we were to go to this right here, which is printed directly on the UV printer, we put this in the UV printer and we print on it. I'll show you how I do it here in a minute. But when you look at something like this, it's almost seamless. You can just drag your finger across it. You can feel like there is something printed on, but you're not going to be able to get it off unless you put like a razor blade to it. And at that point, if you put a razor blade to this, you're not only going to peel off your UV print that you already printed on there, you're also going to print off the powder coating, okay? But this right here is like a seamless design, okay? If we were to try hard enough with this, you could pick at it and peel this up. I'm not going to because I want to keep these looking good. Are they dishwasher safe? Absolutely, because hello, I'm a walking, talking, breathing, I've put this in a dishwasher and it looks great person. But if I really, really, really wanted to, I could peel these off and they would come off. You could also put like rubbing alcohol on it or acetone to melt away the adhesive to the back of these stickers, and it could peel off. So if you're somebody that doesn't like this, like the feeling, you can hear the texture in this, okay? If you're someone that doesn't like this, then obviously you're not gonna be able to use these on your tumblers. But if you don't really care, then put the stickers on your really large tumblers and You got a really cool customized tumbler. Now, the other thing that I don't have here that I wish I did was a clear glass tumbler. You know those like glass can tumblers that a lot of people are making? Generally, how you would see it is with like a UV DTF sticker wrap that you would purchase and then you would put on yourself. You could, instead of making the sticker, just print on it just like what we were gonna do with this one right here. I unfortunately don't have one of those really cool glass tumblers. Don't know what happened. Must have decluttered too much in my craft room before we moved because now I'm without a bunch of random blanks. Bummer. So that being said, that's essentially it. The only limitation that you're gonna have right now, and that's the second time I've said right now, is because every single day I come back to my craft room and do another print with my UV printer, there's been an update. And that update gives me something interesting, faster printing times, things like that, where, you know, maybe in the future you will be able to do a large size tumbler like this. So I don't want to say for certain that you'll never be able to do one like this huge, but just for right now, just want you to know, nope, can't do something like this, but you can print a sticker and place it on top. Okay, now let me show you how easy it is to use the rotary attachment tool with this UV printer. Now my machine is already turned on. I left it on over the weekend because I was using it every single day. But at the bottom portion right here, you're not gonna see it right now, but you will see it after I remove it. There is this like little toggle thing. You're just going to click it off, just like that, and lift this up and out. This right here is the toggle. This is where we're gonna place the rotary attachment tool. Okay, this is going to be your rotary attachment tool that comes with this machine if you upgraded to purchasing it. And inside the box, my box doesn't have any of the styrofoam because I've been using it and just threw it away. You're gonna get something that looks like this. Now this particular thing you're not gonna use all the time. We'll get into that here in a second. But this right here, you can just set off to the side until you're ready to use it. Now this thing that's in here, if you come from the laser world, this right here will look very similar to all the rest of the rotary attachment tools that you get with any laser. Now there is a front and a back. This right here is going to be a front because you see this little cutout right here. That is where we need to place it in and lock and unlock our rotary attachment tool. So all you gotta do is come on in, set it down, and then lock it in place. That easy to change out the accessories. Hard part's over. And that wasn't even hard. You know what I mean? Okay, so the very first thing we are going to print on is this coffee cup right here that has a handle, okay? When you put items in that has a handle in particular, what you wanna do first is take off the lid because you don't really need it. Then what you want to do is make sure that your handle is directly to the bottom, just like this. We are going to put it onto these little rollers right here, okay? Then what you're going to do is over here on the right-hand side is going to be this thing that moves. You want to drag this over until these rollers hit the bottom of your mug, okay? Then what you want to do, and it's very important, is there's going to be this little sliding button over here at the top. You can't really see it, but it is there. You just want to push that in. Essentially what that's doing is it's grabbing your mug and making sure it's not going to slip anywhere, and it's going to rotate with your machine. Okay, we want to make sure that the handle is directly down, okay? Making sure it's down, all right? Now let's go over to the software. All you need to do is come over here and press this little plus sign right here. Okay, once the machine is loaded up, what you want to do now is come over here to print bed, and you want to click on what mine says is flatbed, and you want to choose the rotary. Now, before we do anything else, what I want you to do is come over here and press auto measure. We're going to select the shape. So this one right here is the shape that we need. And we also want to click that it has a handle. Now what you want to do is come over here and press go to auto measure. What's going to happen now is the machine is going to automatically do the auto measuring. You don't have to do anything. So unlike a traditional laser cutter where you have to do everything all by yourself, manually put in the size, manually put in if you have a handle, manually level it to make sure it's nice and level, the machine is going to do all of that for you. So you don't have to do anything. Do you see how it just kind of lifted up a little bit? And now it's going back down. It's auto leveling and measuring, make sure that it's going to be perfect for our print. Now this is what my screen is going to look like.
Over here, this alignment, do you see this line? This is going to be here in the middle of, or like, I guess in the front side. This right here is going to be your direct middle, and this right here is going to be the other side. So if you wanted to create a design that had two images, one on one side, one on the other for left and right hand holders, you could do that. If you just wanted to do one straight dab in the middle, you can do it right here in the middle, okay? First things first is what we have to do is we have to choose something to put onto it. The very first, let me go over here into these templates and see if I can find some, because like my husband is all about classic cars. Can we find a classic car for him? What about this vintage vibe? And it's beachy. We live at the beach, and also he loves classic cars. I'm making this for him. I love making things for my husband and my kids. Okay, so I'm just gonna take this and I'm gonna delete it because I don't want it. I just want to print just the image itself. Now I want to create a two-sided design. So I'm gonna put this smaller so it fits into my design, and it's gonna snap in the middle. So do you see how I have that like green checkered line right there? We're just gonna snap it right into the middle. And then I'm gonna copy and paste this. I'm gonna move it over here to this side, okay? All right, now just to double check our work, all right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come down here to preview. What's going to happen is the software is going to give us a in real life demo of what our final project is going to look like. So this is my image, okay? It is kind of on the teeny side. That's really teeny for my mug that I have here. So I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger. I'm gonna adjust this, okay? All right, going back over here into preview, let's preview this. Now for whatever reason, it's not wanting to give me the preview. I swear, we did see it, right? It did work to begin with the very first time. But you know what? I'm gonna just trust the process here. I'm just gonna print this because why not? We're just gonna press print. Ooh, we get a 3D model. Oh, here we go. If it don't work, just try the 3D model. Wow, look at that. It's going to look so good. Perfect. Looks good. I think this lettering right here is going to be really small. While I do think that the printer would print that, I am going to delete that as well because, again, really small. Okay. For some reason, this preview button wouldn't work, so we'll just come over here into print. And now we'll get our 3D version. So this is going to be the one side, this is going to be the other. I like the placement of that, looks good. So let's come over here and press 2D. You do not need to auto measure because we've already done that before, all right? What you want to do now is come over here into material. We are going to be printing on metal. So click on the metal. Now because our particular blank is already white, you do not need a white layer. However, if you are printing on a tumbler that was a different color, so let's say that black one, what you want to do is make sure and print white. I am going to conserve on material, on ink, and I am only going to do, let's do, if you only do CMYK, that's only going to be the color. If you do CMYK plus the gloss, that is going to give your design a glossy finish. So for this one, let's do CMYK and gloss varnish, all right? I'm just going to do a standard quality and I'm going to press start printing. Now at this point, the machine is going to measure the size and get it all, making sure it's all exactly perfect for us. Okay, and then at the machine, you're going to hear that cute little chime that it has over here at the top. What you want to do is just press the happy button. Now it's going to start printing.
All right, we're all finished, and it took 9 minutes to print this, which I would say is actually really fast. So let's unhook it, and here is our finished printed mug. Nice and center, directly in the middle. So if I hold this, directly in the middle here, directly in the middle here, both sides. Fabulous. Like, did not have any issues with the print. My goodness, this turned out so stinking good. Now for the next thing I want to show you is why in the world would we need these right here for the rotary accessory tool, right? You are going to need it for like skinnier items like this right here, because oftentimes what happens, and I'm going to use this one, is it's going to fall too small in between these rollers and not want to move. So these right here are essentially buffers. They're going to make this bigger, so where it is going to hold this. This right here is also like a skinnier size tumbler, okay? This is really easy. They have made this entire design super simple and easy. This right here clips on to the sides and it's all magnetic. So it's just gonna click on in. And then these ones right here, you're gonna put in here, okay? Just like that. Now this one, you're going to put in here and you're going to twist. All right, now what we want to do is, here is our long skinny tumbler. We are going to set it in just like what we did before. We're going to put this in just like that. Now with this, you're just going to flip it on in, okay? That was the setup process. That's how hard it is to use this accessory. Now let's go back over to the software.
All right, now what we need to do is just press finish on our last print, and then you could open up your same canvas that you had, or you could press this plus sign right here just to open up another new blank canvas. The setup is going to be the same as what we did for the very first tumbler. We are going to come over here into print bed and we are going to click on the rotary, and then we are going to press auto measure. We are going to select the shape. This time I am not using a handle and I'm going to auto measure. Machine is already going to do the hard work for me. Now, while I wait for that, I want something like gamer-esque. I wonder if this particular software has like a video game type of design. Let's put in video game. Ooh, they have a bunch of different video game stuff. How cool. I'm gonna do this one because I am totally a 90s kid. This one will work. So I'm just gonna delete the background. I don't want the background. And we're just going to make this smaller. Let me right click and press group. And we're going to make this smaller. Now, the machine is already done doing the auto measuring. That's pretty cool, okay? I am going to set it right here in the direct middle. Now, just like the other design, you could put this right here and do like a double. Let's try and do that, okay? We're gonna do a two design, one on one side, one on the other. I'm gonna put this in the middle here, copy and paste, and we'll do the same over here, putting it in the middle. I don't know what the direct middle is for this one. I'm just guessing right here, okay? Let's preview. Let's see if the preview button works here. And we're gonna roll this around. Do you really need two designs for this? I don't think you do. I think one is sufficient. So you know what? I'm just going to delete one and I'm gonna put it directly in the middle. We'll preview again. I think one should be fine. What do you think? I really love this design. Okay, making sure that it is in the middle. I'm gonna bring it down just a little bit because I feel like this looks more in the middle, okay? Then I'm going to press print. I swear this software, if you have not played with this software and you have played with other softwares, this software is so much easier to use than any other software I've ever used. So we can come over here into custom. We're gonna go into metal again. Now for this particular design, our tumbler is black. So if we were to do what we did before and only do the CMYK and the gloss varnish, what will happen is you will get an end result that will end up looking like this. So this particular design that I printed is on like a clear silicone phone case, okay? But there was no white on the back of this, right? If we were to pair it up, so this right here, if you put it on like a skin tone, you're gonna be able to see it a little bit better. But if you were to pair this up with the black, so you're gonna have to think a little bit outside the box here. If we were to print this with no white on the back and print it on something black, like this tumbler, you will get something that looks like this. This is not what you want. You wanna be able to see our finished design on this tumbler, right? That's why we have to make sure we put a layer of white first before the actual color. Now that you've heard my spiel, we're gonna come over here and we are going to click on the white. We're gonna throw a layer of white down and then CMYK. I am gonna forego the gloss varnish for this particular design just to see what the difference is between the two that we have already printed, okay? Now I'm gonna keep it to standard and we're just gonna press start printing. Again, the machine is going to send the file over to the device You're gonna hear this pretty little chime, and we're gonna press the happy button.
Now this tumbler took a significantly longer time than the other one. The other one took like what, 8-9 minutes. This one took 50 minutes, but the final results, I can already tell you, look amazing. However, I really wish that I would have remembered that this was a two-tone tumbler, because it is printed down here, up here. Anyway, I'm gonna show you. Here is the finished product, yay! Kind of wish we would have bumped this up just a little bit so we wouldn't have cut it down here, but still a wonderfully printed tumbler. Look at the quality of that. Oh my gosh, it is gorgeous. The print quality of this is delicious. Looks so good. Start the game with that beautiful Game Boy right there. Oh my gosh. I need to go and grab another black tumbler, or at least buy one, so I can redo this and remember to not cut this off right here. It is centered on my cup for sure. The only problem is that this little gray band right here, I forgot about that. Bummer. All right, we have two finished products. We have this one right here and this one right here. Kind of wish the user would have remembered that this was a two-tone tumbler so we wouldn't have some weird line going through our tumbler. But you know what? It's not a bad looking printed tumbler. You know what I mean? And also love the fact that the rotary attachment tool for this UV printer is really easy to use. Unlike the rotary attachment tools for my laser cutters. Every single laser cutter that I have owned, does not matter the brand, the rotary attachment tool for there is just pain in the butts. This one right here is not. Don't know how they did it. Maybe those people can take note of what they're doing and help us out over in the laser engraving world. But outside of that, love the fact that I'm now able to print in full color on practically anything.